Well, welcome back to episode 14 on Bevington Farm. Now, on the last episode, I discussed whether we'd be going to version 2 of Scroft's farm or whether we stay on version 1. I have elected to stay on version 1. The main reason, because we've put a lot of effort into making this cow barn behind us, hence the grand opening signs, because we have made a few episodes out of this progression. It was easier to stay here on this map than it was to try and map that across onto version 2, but equally, version 2 only had the fields mapped out in Giant Editor, which I've already done. It also put a cover on a bunker, which I have mapped over onto that bunker. So all in all, there wasn't really a huge benefit. If we were going to use the cow barn that Scroft put into the map, then possibly, but because we're using our own, there was just no benefit in the slightest. So the cow barn is finished, complete, active. I have moved the cows over into the barn already, put the feed in, put the straw in, we're good to go. The plane is a little bit higher than I'd expect, but I can live with it. I have also, on this part of the barn, on Tom Pemberton's actual farm where this barn is based on, this is his dairy. So I have put the little small dairy in here. I've got my triggers turned off currently. The fill point is here. The spawn point is here. And I have moved some milk and butter over here already because this was the dairy I had on my farmsim map over at the other cow shed. So I just moved the location over to here. So that's where it is. I already had a bit of stock in it. So we've spawned that stock out. We can potentially look to sell that soon. The other thing with June, there's not a great deal to do. We have done a lot of our farm work already. So the spraying and weeding has been done on the fields. The fields are all planted. We are literally just waiting for the crops to grow. So a few more months with the carrots. I noticed it's hoeing on there occasionally, but it has been done. The mustard is that field and that field in the distance. One of these is canola. The other one might be oat. Wheat. The other one's wheat. So, canola, wheat. Then we've got mustard again down there, and at the very bottom we've got linseed. Linseed will be ready in July, that is for certain. The rest, a couple of months' time. The grass around the carrots can be cut, so we will do that. And then it's contract, because there isn't really a great deal more to do. It could well be that we do in this episode move across into July. No point just sticking to June and having a short episode. The last episode was quite short because I remember Scroft had just released version 2 and I wasn't really sure what I was doing, so I ended the episode at that point. And I spent the evening looking through it, mapping a few things across, and then realised it wasn't worth the effort to get where we are. We've put a lot of effort on this map as it is, so I feel it's better to stick it out here. Right, so what do I need to do? Well, if we get the mowers first, we will cut this grass here. And then we will do that contract. Now, I'm going to have to fill up with fuel at some point. Get the grass done first, then I'm going to get the fuel, then go and do the contract. That is the plan. Grass can be cut in here again. I don't think this grass actually tells you No. Right. This and the contract will be time lapses. I potentially won't talk in between them. I think I'll just go and do them both. Catch up with you after I've done what we've planned. Okay, that is the grass cut. Most of it baled, some of it picked up with Hodge pickup, and the spraying contract done as well. So we need to turn that one in. However, that's the two jobs that we plan to do, all done. Now, I've been humming and hawing again on the version 2 map of Scrofts, and a few comments in his Discord were around the additional crop types that he planned to put in but then didn't put in. So I had a look at that, and I have now put those crops into version 2. And now that I've put them in, I kind of want to play and farm them. And it was time consuming, it was complicated, and I was debating, do I put them in this version of the map as well? And I'm still thinking it might be as quick and as easy to transfer this across into version 2 as opposed to putting the crops into version 1. So again, I'm on the fence, but what I'm going to do is, this episode's coming out Wednesday, I am going to not put an episode out on Friday and spend the time trying to decide whether to put the crops into this map or this map into the other map and go from there. So either way, we'll either have extra crops in this version, or we'll have all the stuff that we can transfer from this version into the new version. And that's where we'll find things on Monday. Now again, I appreciate it's been a bit more heavy on time lapse because I was going to do some more, but I'm going to leave things here for the time being, and I'm going to play around and see what we can get done. So again, for those that have been watching, please hit like, subscribe if you aren't already, and thank you very much for watching. See you very soon. Bye now.